everybody. We here at McStabber Studios appreciate you tuning in to see our tabletop RPG streams. Some of the content of our streams may be a bit mature and cause emotional responses in viewers. We really take the well-being of our viewers very seriously, and we want you to do what you need to if something triggers you. Mute the stream, take a break, or just skip an episode. Otherwise, if you decide to stay tuned in, we are available in chat during the streams to talk you through it if you need that. Thank you so much, and we hope you enjoy this game session.
And they're all around us, all about us. They control what we see. They control what we think. They want us to eat. They want us to consume and to breed. We're like cattle. Oh, God, what's wrong? Well, good evening. You've returned to speak to your boy Twitch. You wanting to find out what's been going on in the city? Turns out, this particular coterie spent some time at the Succubus Club. Quite an interesting place. It's run by one Portia, a neonate of the Toreador. Well, my contacts say Lamar was seen fleeing from there rather quickly after he got a little special attention from Toreador neonate. I wonder what it could have upset him so much. I also heard that Jackie's child Abigail was actually seen in the club with the coterie. Plotting amongst the Ventru? No, never. And then the coterie gathered at their haven, the steak house. Quite interesting, actually. There's a bit of wordplay there, if I do say so myself. So they formed a plan on how to deal with this Sabbat interloper. Interesting. Now, we know very few plans survive contact with the enemy. Those there, words of wisdom from your boy Twitch. Let's see what happens, shall we? It's your boy Twitch. And we'll be talking. And you get the sunglasses, and if you wear the sunglasses, you can see them, and they're not right. You gotta watch out for them. It's wrong. So wrong. Good evening, and welcome to McStabber Studios' Windy City After Dark. I am the storyteller, Shanky McStabber.
Hi, I'm Gavin, and I play Lamar Cade of Clan La Sombra.
Hi, I'm Relyn Dare, and I play Jacqueline Durand of Clan Ventru.
I'm Urian, and I'm playing Roscoe Akers, Clan Tremere.
I'm Mandy, and I'm playing Destiny Star Jones, Clan Toreador.
I'm Plunder, and I'm playing Jonathan Berkeley, also Clan Tremere.
I'm Lady Merowith, and I'm playing Eleanor Thurston, Clan Malkavian.
And last episode, we were down 2 players, of course, and welcome back, Lifesaver and Lady Merowith. We're glad to have you return to the group. The coterie spent the night, a good portion of it at the Succubus Club, where interesting things happened. I'm sure they'll fill you in. And then they strategized a bit on how to deal with your problem child. And we're going to pick up the next night. But first, Chicago. Ask someone to picture the city, and they'll have trouble coming up with a concise description. When people think of New York City, they think of skyscrapers, subways, and muggers. When they think of Los Angeles, they think of sun, smog, and traffic. When they think of Detroit, they think of cars, factories, and decay. But for those of us who know, there's only one thing we think of when someone mentions Chicago: vampires. And tonight, we tell their story. This is the next night after everyone was gathered. I know Lamar has a meeting he must attend to with a certain individual. Does the rest of the coterie have any plans while Lamar is doing that?
It depends on whether Johnny's family has been able to provide that transcript yet or not.
Oh, that's going to take some time.
Okay.
It's not going to be quick, but on the plus side, he's got 2 individuals working on it that are awake during the day. So it can be done quickly, but no, to translate the words is going to take a little while longer.
Okay.
So if not,
Jackie is basically spending some quality time with Peter. And leaving his place.
Okay. So we're going to handle Lamar because he has a meeting. So I assume you head out. Do you bring anyone with you when you head out to the meeting site?
I do not.
And once again, you're going outside of Chicago. You're not far from the airport, but you're not right up on it. You're in a slightly wooded area. It's different than the place last time. You have a pre-arranged series of places you can go to based on what meeting it is. And when you arrive there, there's already a car pulled up. Black Lincoln.
I'll go ahead and park my car. I'm already armed, so I step out, but I'll step out of my car, close the door, and then look around for the boss man.
And when you get out of the car, a man steps out of the other vehicle, out of the driver's side, and he's wearing leather jacket, biker's boots, jeans. And he goes and opens the door to this Lincoln, to the back seat, and lets out the man you've been waiting to see, Tally. Tally, as he gets out of the vehicle, once again, this tattoo on his head is striking with his white, close-cut, thinned-up hair. And he looks over at the man who opens the door and just nods, and the guy goes and gets back in the driver's seat. And Tally approaches you by the vehicles. Good evening, Templar Kate.
Evening, Templar Tally. Good to see you again.
How you doing, old boy?
Doing all right. There's been some developments. Thought I'd keep you up to date.
That's why I wanted a meeting.
Yeah. We found, got eyes on the poacher. And he happens to think I'm a Bruja, which is kind of hilarious.
How did he survive as long as he has?
People not finishing up their end of the deal. Apparently, the story is that Damien handled him, but it was actually the wolf pack, that group of archons. So
Interesting.
we went ahead and we're making a plan to take him out. I'm going to draw him in because he seemed hard up to fight me, so I told him he knew where to find me, and I've been making it a little easier for him to do so. If he's paying any attention, he'll walk right into the little surprise we've got planned for him.
So, the wolf pack, the bully boys of Camarilla, failed.
That's the way it sounds.
Not surprised at all. I wish they'd left well enough alone, because had they done that, I could have moved in before they were tipped off. And we wouldn't be having to have this discussion, would we?
No.
Well, you think you have it?
Yeah, I've got it locked down with my coterie.
Good. We don't need... Let's be honest. We don't need the shovel heads interfering. And he may or may not actually be a shovel head, but it's all the same now, isn't it?
It is. I mean, his bond with whatever pack he had is broken. He's not he's not playing with a full deck. Should be enough to deal with him.
And that's why we rarely play that particular game. That bond doesn't serve anything. Could you imagine the problems if we'd done it and then with what we're doing now?
Oh, yeah.
That's not playing to win.
No, it's not.
Sierra, let me know that you're going to have a talk with her.
Yes.
Good. She may have some info about things she may want help with as part of the delegation work. I've told her to call on you if needed. That way we can show that all of us are participating.
Exactly. I'll put myself at her disposal as necessary. She seemed to be enjoying the Succubus Club in any event. I did run into Portia. And as it turns out, she apparently hangs out at the Tremere Chantry more than a couple of nights a week.
I've heard rumors from some of my contacts about that. I wasn't sure if I could believe it, but she hangs at the Chantry, does she?
She does. Apparently she's pretty welcome there.
Wonder what her game is. She's got an angle. She has to have an angle. The question is what?
Can you ever really know with someone as old as her?
And I've dealt with old ones. Not that old, but old ones. They've got a game. The Chantry seems like a dangerous one, though. But that's good info. Thanks for letting me know. I'll take that into my calculations. I'd like to warn you that if you hear of anything lupine related popping up, ignore it. I'm going hunting.
Will do. Will do. You and good hunting. I'll wish you good luck on that and leave it at that.
I think the city needs an enemy to help push them to accept us with more of open arms. And what better enemy than the one they already had?
You think they'll actually accept us with the lupines beating at the gates?
What choice will they have? It's our kind versus theirs.
All right, that makes sense. If there's anything I can do to help that along, let me know.
I'll let you know, old boy. You know, it's an amusing side thing for me, and I'm kind of feeling cooped up here lately. I need to stretch a bit.
Understood.
Maybe I'll send you a trophy when I'm done.
When you're ready to hand that over, just go ahead and call me personally. Don't leave it at the steakhouse.
Oh, now why would I leave it there? That might put the blame on you. But if I leave it far enough on the south side, the blame goes on the Anarchs.
I like that idea. I mean, the Anarchs, they need to be roughed up now and again to remember their place.
And it'll help solidify things a bit, I think. I'll let you know if I need help or if I need you to pass some rumors around when I am done.
Got it. I'll make sure I'm ready.
Have a good night, old boy. Temple Arcade.
Yeah. Templar Tally, you have a good night. Safe hunting.
And he turns, and the guy in the front of the vehicle gets out and opens the door for him and lets him in this Lincoln, and he climbs in the back seat, and they drive off, leaving you alone on the side of the road. With your vehicle, of course.
Lamar will go ahead and check around one more time, and he'll get back in his car and head back towards the city. He's going to head back to his haven to set up a couple of things before he goes to meet with the coterie.
Okay. Now, the rest of the coterie. What is the rest of the coterie? How are they meeting up tonight? Jackie was with her boy toy, her blood doll that she's created. Addicted to the kiss, of course.
Mm-hmm.
So he needs to get his fix every few days or
Yes,
else he
he
gets
does.
a little bit edgy.
Mm-hmm.
The rest of the coterie? What are your plans?
How much time do we have before we all get together?
As much time as you wanted to have. You may not have any. I don't know if y'all wanted to gather. Did you have plans just to gather at the steakhouse whenever people were available? In which case, some of you may be there already, some may not.
Yeah, I would say we had that. That until our club is built, as we're available, we just we make ourselves available at the steakhouse.
So who would be at the steakhouse already? We know Lamar would not. Jackie would not yet because she had to spend time.
I'll go.
Eleanor would be there.
Mm-hmm. I'd like some lava cake, too.
Well, Brackus will obviously do that. Who else will be at the new steakhouse?
The new steakhouse?
Or the steakhouse. Sorry, the steakhouse.
Okay. I'll be there.
Okay. Jonathan?
I'll be there, but a little bit later.
Okay, a little bit later. Destiny, are you there yet?
I don't think that Destiny would be there yet. I think she's still tying up and doing some searching for the task that she was set to last.
So Roscoe and Eleanor will be there first. Jonathan, you can come in when you're ready. Lamar would be the very last, I think, because of his meeting way out on the outside of town. So Roscoe and Eleanor can be there. Jonathan and Destiny show up when you're ready, and Jackie when you're ready, and then Lamar will be last. And I will turn it over to Roscoe and Eleanor.
Hey, Eleanor.
Roscoe, hello. Would you like some lava cake?
Yes, I would. Yeah.
Okay, here's an extra fork.
Cool. We dig in. Yum.
It's a very good lava cake.
It's so good.
It really is.
Mm.
So what's been going on? We didn't see you at the Succubus Club last night.
Oh, you did end up going.
Yes.
Was it okay?
It was more than
it
okay.
fun?
It was a lot of fun.
Oh,
And,
lots of dancing.
Oh, especially dancing. Jackie had a good old time.
Oh, that's so good. She needs to have a good time sometimes. What
Yeah.
about everybody else? Did you
Well-
have a good time?
Oh, I did. Johnny and I just sat at the table and just had a gander at everybody. We had a good time watching everybody else had a good time.
Is that your normal kind of good time? Just watching other people have a good time?
Well, I'm not exactly the most social guy, so
I understand. You like books.
I do. And books don't dance much, so.
They don't. They don't. It takes a lot of effort to make them dance.
But Jackie, we met a lot of people while we were there. It was a shame though that Lamar had to leave a little early because he had his Kathy K's friend came by just to say hi to him. Yeah,
The pretty scary one?
he's more than pretty scary. He's like a lot scary, especially up close. But yeah, and they met a new friend, Zell, who made quite a scene dancing out there with him on the floor. And we missed you.
Oh, well,
And-
I missed you, and I admit I was a little scared to go, so it was a little convenient that a friend contacted me and wanted to chat for a little bit.
Oh, no, that's cool. I mean, we did run into Portia, but there were so many people there that she didn't really have time to spend concentrating on us.
That you know of.
Well, that goes without saying. Yeah.
Bosco,
Yes.
is that why Lamar left early?
Well, she gave him some extra attention. It was pretty funny, actually. She touched his face with her little pinky, ran it down the edge of his face. You would have thought, somebody dumped snakes in his pants or something, but he wasn't real happy about it, and he had to leave.
Oh. Was he okay?
Oh yeah, he was fine.
Okay. It'll take more than snakes in the pants to upset Lamar, probably.
I would think so.
And Jackie walks in. What's so funny?
Oh, snakes in Lamar's pants.
Yeah, I was just telling Eleanor about how things went down at the Succubus Club. last night.
Oh. Yes, that was a good time. A good time. Met some very interesting folks. By the way, we are all invited to a gallery show next weekend.
Oh, what kind of gallery? I mean,
Art gallery.
obviously an art one.
Mm-hmm.
What kind of art?
Don't know. I'm excited to see. So, a
Exciting.
gentleman by the name of Luke invited us.
Ooh.
So,
You did meet all kinds of interesting people
I
at the
did.
Succubus Club.
I did.
Kind of sorry I missed it now.
Did your meeting go well?
Yes, it went very well. We talked about all kinds of things.
Good.
And one thing, maybe I'll tell you later.
Okay. I kind of want to wait for others to show if they do, because I don't. We discussed some strategy for how to handle our problem in the neighborhood,
Mhm.
and I think we've got a good plan.
I'm so glad that
Mhm.
there's a good plan.
Hmm.
Obviously, I would be glad that there was any kind of plan, but a good one is.
I think
is
we have a
even
good
better.
plan.
It sounds good.
Excellent.
Hmm.
Lava cake? I hold it out to Jackie.
Actually,
there's gonna be
just
any
a
left at
small
this point?
piece. And I take the small piece over to the hole where Destiny talks to the mouse, and I drop it into the hole.
Okay, and you see the piece get dropped into the hole, and you can see it there for maybe 2 or 3 seconds. And then you see a little bit of nose kind of poke through the hole, grab the piece of cake, and disappear.
And I just say, I don't know where she is, but I'll feed you while she's absent.
And there's some squeaking and chittering from behind the wall, but that's about all you hear.
Yeah, I don't understand.
Is something wrong with Destiny?
I don't know. Haven't heard from her. And if I don't hear from her tonight, I'm going to probably have to send out a search party.
Oh, no.
So.
I hope she's okay.
You think you need to do that, Jackie? I mean, she's taking care of herself.
I'm
well
sure, but, there are people going missing in this city, and I don't want her to be one of them.
So, I assume the other three continue chatting for a bit.
Mm-hmm.
Who arrives next?
I would.
You would?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so Jonathan walks in to find the coterie just chatting.
Well, 3 of us.
3 of you. Destiny is still missing, which none of you have heard from.
Mm-mm.
Good evening.
Hey, Johnny. Or Jonathan, might I call you?
Hi, Jonathan.
Hello.
How's it going, John?
Going all right. So, any news on how to get rid of our little friend?
Same plan as we came up with, but I'm trying to hopefully get everyone together so we can all be on the same page.
I'm going to text Destiny and just say, "Are you okay?" ?
Yeah, because Jackie sent her one yesterday and she didn't respond, so she's not going to hound her.
You don't get a response from Destiny.
I'm like looking at my phone waiting for the response that doesn't come.
So nothing happened.
She'll show up. She'll be here.
I hope so. I mean, I know she can take care of herself, but
Oh, I'm sure she can too.
it's just a little scary.
Maybe she just took a wrong turn in the sewers.
Do you think she's lost in the sewers?
I mean, being in the sewers would kind of explain her not responding to any of your texts.
There's no service in the sewers.
Mm.
What if we go looking for her and get lost in the sewers?
We could avoid that by not going looking for her in the sewers.
This is true.
But if we have to go find her, if something's happened, Roscoe,
I'll go look for the big fat rat and tell it to go find Destiny, okay?
that's a pretty good idea. I bet that big fat rat could go find her
Mm-hmm.
and not get lost.
Mm-hmm.
And it's already probably kind of sewery.
She'll be fine, Eleanor.
You
She's
always
just
have
doing
a
her
way
own
with
thing.
words, Eleanor.
It's all the books that don't dance.
So who arrives next?
Destiny would show up next.
So the missing Torador has returned.
Destiny, you're back. You're okay. Are you okay?
Yeah, why
looks
wouldn't
okay.
I be? I'm fine.
Okay.
It's good to see you, Destiny. We're
Yeah.
glad to see you're okay.
Oh, it's good to see you guys too.
You weren't lost in the sewers or anything like that?
Only briefly.
Briefly, yeah, that's okay, because you're here now, so...
Yeah. I got permission, I guess, that if we need to go down into the sewers in our domain area, we're not going to get smacked or anything.
Very good.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
Good job, Destiny.
Yeah.
I need to give you guys a new phone number too.
Oh,
I dropped my phone in the sewers and I was not picking that up. It was
That is
bad enough that I was
understandable.
down there. It was not going sewer diving for my phone. So I've got a new number here. Here, you guys.
Okay.
Okay.
She
Thank
gives
you.
everybody the new number.
Put in the new number.
And finally, Lamar arrives.
Evening.
Evening, Lamar.
Lamar?
Hi, Lamar.
Evening, Lamar.
How's everybody doing tonight?
Good. Are you doing better tonight?
Oh, I'm great.
Okay.
I'm excellent.
Better.
Look like
Was
you
he-
recovered from.
Recovered? Lamar, were you sick?
He had snakes in his pants.
SIMP snakes in his pants?
Something like that.
We were at the Succubus Club last night. I sent out a text to everyone, but of course, if you dropped your phone in the sewers, you wouldn't know. But yes, I sent out a text to everyone that I needed to go there because I picked up this and I take out the envelope and open it up and show the photos of our problem child in the streets. And these are being delivered to me there. And while we were there, Portia decided to give Lamar some extra attention.
Yeah, I decided I had some other things to do that night and I left.
Very suddenly. It was quite
Yes.
hilarious.
I mean, you all do remember what I told you about her.
Of
So, I mean,
course.
jokes aside,
But subtlety is important because now you're probably suspicious to her.
I'm Lasombra. I'm suspicious to everyone.
True. True.
That's true.
Hey,
At least you
that
accept
is an
that
out.
fact.
Okay.
I'm only slightly less suspicious than our local Toreador.
I'm sorry. I'm suspicious?
Just a little bit, darling.
Why?
There have been some times where your behavior lends a bit more towards your Nosferatu upbringing instead of your Toreador blood.
Things are not as they should be.
I had to learn how to survive around the Nosferatu. What did you expect of me?
I get that, but if you want to pull off the role convincingly that you are High Clan Toreador, you have to act the part.
I am High Clan Toreador.
Act the part. Lean into your blood more.
I spent the last 10 years leaning away from it.
I know. You have to decondition yourself.
Okay.
It's what others will see and perceive.
What particularly, what specifically are you suspicious of me about? Because I'm just me. I am who I am.
Talk to animals. You spend time in the sewer.
For you
more-
guys, so that we could get permission to be down there.
A little bit more than that, though. I mean, your closest friends outside of the coterie all seem to be, well, let's just say, not pretty. It's a little suspicious for a Toreador.
You do realize that Martin didn't let me meet any other clans, right? That I only was
Yeah.
ever able to meet and interact with and talk to Nosferatu. So of course my closest friends outside of the coterie are going to be Nosferatu.
Storyteller,
Perhaps
I'd like to
you
roll an
can
insight
change that.
check.
Okay. You can roll intelligence, insight.
How about wits?
Sure. But I'm going to let Destiny
That's
roll
fine.
composure subterfuge. And yes, you can use your specialization, so add an extra die, Destiny.
Okay.
Damn, dice thrown every which way. What? Jonathan's throwing two.
Ooh.
There's dice every which way.
Okay, so I got 4.
Okay, so the question is whether Destiny is going to roll 3 dice for willpower or not.
Yes.
Okay. If it won't let you, just roll 3 dice and then we'll mark the willpower used.
How do you actually, like, roll 3 dice?
You right-click on the die at the bottom and select 3 and then toss them onto the chat.
Aha!
Ooh.
Wits awareness doesn't help you, Roscoe, but good thing to roll it. You'll need that in a second anyway, so we'll go with that in a minute. Let's see. Jonathan has 4. Destiny 3. Jackie 4. Destiny is not being 100% truthful.
I haven't told a lie.
You're not 100% truthful. I didn't say you were lying. You're just...
I'm just going to pocket that.
Mm-hmm.
There's obviously unsaid words in the sentence.
Mm-hmm. I'm just going to pocket that, and Jackie's just going to add it to her list of growing suspicions.
Awesome.
It's under...
If it's so suspicious of me that the only people that I know are Nosferatu.
It is understandable that that is the environment with which you were brought up from your embrace. It's understandable based on what you have been through, at least what I've been told that you've been through. It is understandable. However, the prince, the primogen of your clan, wants you to behave as an appropriate Toreador in this city. That is the task for you, for them, why you're in this coterie. That is why you are in a coterie with 3 High Clan members.
You don't think I've been set up to fail being put into a coterie with no Toreador when I'm supposed to be acting as a Toreador?
No, I think
I've been set up to fail, so why should I even try to succeed at this point?
to spite them.
Prove them wrong.
That's what a Toreador would do. Spite them.
Oh, I am spiting them. In my own way.
Ultimately, you will do what you want. But I give this advice to help you. I worry how others will perceive you. Because you don't seem to care.
Oh, I care. I care just enough.
I fed your friend while you were gone.
Who?
The mouse in the wall.
Why? Did he tell you anything?
No. But if you keep them happy, they keep coming around.
Yes, that's incredibly accurate. And very unventrue of you.
I was once courted by your clan. My sire just made a better offer.
Don't mean to interrupt here, but Lamar.
Roscoe.
I don't want to ask you where you've been, but who you been with? Because looks like someone's got a tail on you.
Do they now? What gives you that idea?
I can see a faint blue trace coming towards you from the outside, almost like it was someone's used to illuminate the trail of prey on you. No, it wasn't me, but it looks like someone has.
Huh. Alrighty then.
That's concerning. Who are you with, Lamar?
Actually, it's not who I'm with, it's who might be looking for me. I'm going to see y'all all in a little while. And he gets up
Okay.
and he heads for the door.
Okay.
Okay, so our plan is we are going to lure the asshole into the place where we're building out the club. Lamar is baked. I have friends hiding as backup.
I assume, Lamar, you're heading to the building.
Yes, I am.
Okay, so while you're heading, I will let Jackie finish her thing.
So, seems like our friend causing problems here has decided to track Lamar. That's the likely option. It could be others, but that's the likely option because Lamar's been making sure he's going in and out of that place alone to lure him. I suggest we go to the location, but don't go in. We need to keep our eyes on it. Stay on the periphery. If the guy tries to jet, we pin him in.
You know, what bothers me is that, I mean, I know that they all shared things, but blood sorcery isn't the sort of thing that I would expect them to be sharing amongst each other.
Do you think there were no Sabat Tremere?
Oh, I'm sure there was, but...
I mean, besides, it doesn't necessarily mean that they necessarily, shared it amongst themselves. They could have diablerized a Tremere.
True. That's true.
So shall we get going to give him some support?
Yes, let's go.
Okay, so I'm going to wait for Lamar to give me a Wit Streetwise because somehow Fantasy Grounds decided to roll Wit Streetwise, Resources, and Blood Surge all at once.
I saw the 11d10. I was like, holy crap.
That was impressive, but I'm not sure how it did it.
Yeah.
I mean, be nice to roll that many a dice, but... So, while Lamar is rolling this and heading over, how is the coterie planning to approach the place? Anything in particular you're going to do, or are you just going to kind of slowly work your way over there?
Gonna try it now. Hopefully it doesn't repeat that.
That'll look better.
That's a more reasonable amount of dice. Nice successes, though. 5 successes. Very nice.
On 7 dice. Good job.
Very nice. As you're heading over there, 5 successes. Let me roll mine real quick. He gets that, and he gets his, this one. Let's see what he rolls. Oh, yeah. You're being followed. And he rolled bad enough that you can tell who's following you. You catch him out of the corner of your eyes. He's kind of trailing you on the street by, about half a block to a block behind you. But he's following.
Jackie's going up through the restaurant. She's going to go out the front door and kind of do a check when she steps out to see how far ahead Lamar is.
Okay. With the crowds this night, because remember, previous night was Thursday.
Yeah, it's
That
Friday.
Makes it Friday. It's a very busy crowd. You can't see Lamar at all on the street.
Well, then I assume he's not right near us then. He's moved on
given
ahead.
the time, how long it took you all to finish your conversation, him leaving, you figure he's gone at least 2 blocks down. So
Okay.
Okay, when I come out behind Jackie, can I still see the blue trail?
You do. And it leads right the direction you would expect Lamar to be taking.
All right.
Okay.
I'll be right behind Johnny, right behind Roscoe and Jacqueline.
I assume you can, and I just lean over to Roscoe and say quietly, I assume you can see something.
Yes, I can still see the trail.
Okay, lead the way.
Okay.
I'm going to take a look up to see if anyone's watching for us.
Okay. You can go Wits Awareness, or I'll let you do Wit Streetwise because how packed the streets are this night. Streetwise does play into effect here.
You know what? Why not?
Just roll your 3 and pay.
I hate how it times out like that.
Yeah, I haven't figured out how it does it. I'm going to have to figure that out. The one complaint we've had of Fantasy Grounds has been when we try to willpower roll, which is supposed to be built in, half the time it says you can't roll it.
It doesn't save.
And you have to manually do
out.
it. Right.
Mm-hmm.
So that's unfortunate. Now, for you, Lamar, as you're approaching the building, he's definitely lagging behind you, but he's still not getting closer than about a half a block.
And Lamar wants to keep that about half a block between them.
4.
If not, widen the distance.
7? 7.
Let's see. No, that makes
4.
one crit.
8.
4, 5,
8.
6, 8.
8
Yep.
because it's a crit.
You do not see Lamar or anything too obvious, but something strikes you as odd. You wouldn't have caught it, but with 8 successes, I'll give it to you. You do see on an alley paralleling where they're going, what appears to you to be 2 large, mangy-looking dogs watching in a direction, and then they slip and disappear again from the shadows of the alley. But they were watching the street and then slipped back, and they're on the same side of the street. Technically, the club is on, so they can use the alleys to get to the club quicker than the main street.
I'll let Jackie and Roscoe know.
Oh, I think that's our friends.
Mm-hmm.
I was expecting 2 of them.
Well, there are 2.
Good.
Now, when he mentions that, Jackie, you do notice parked at the far end of the street is a Harley and a Kawasaki.
Okay. Yeah, that's definitely our friends. So don't be concerned with that.
Just keeping an eye out.
Yep.
Just keeping an eye out.
And we're just going to basically follow the path that Roscoe can see.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. Not too closely.
Not too closely.
Okay,
We're going at kind of a leisurely pace so that we don't get too close.
Destiny and Eleanor, what are you 2 doing? You following? You anything special during this walk?
I'd be following. Half ranting under my breath of, well, what the hell is a Toreador supposed to do tonight? I don't even know. All I can do is what I'm supposed to do, but instead I have to do what a Toreador is supposed to do, and I don't even know what that is. Should I sing? Do I stand on the street corner and sing? What about dancing, Eleanor? Do you think I should dance?
Well, it would be a good distraction, singing or dancing
Because
if we need it.
Eleanor's hanging back. Jackie is being Ventru and taking, a forward
Taking
movement.
point.
So, yeah, Eleanor is far enough back to have heard you.
Yep, I like, in fact, as I notice that Destiny's kind of further back, I even I'm back to walk with her.
And then Destiny will start ranting to Eleanor. I'm doing the best that I can with what I've been given, and
I believe you. I believe you're doing everything that you can. And
I just don't know how to be anything other than what I am in this particular instance.
Well, and I link my arm with yours, Destiny, and kind of hug your arm a little bit. I sometimes, a lot of the time, most of the time, the high clans want you to fit in and do exactly what they do. And that's what they know how to do. And they don't like it when someone stands out and is different like you are.
But isn't that the base of creativity? Being different, being new?
It is.
Being special. I don't understand how we're all supposed to fit in when that's not what creativity is.
And Eleanor, as you're having this discussion, you're hit by a wave of something. You can feel it. You have a sense of knowing that whatever's about to happen, this individual is not alone. You had 6 successes on a storyteller rolled premonition.
Holy cow.
Wow. I'm about to say something in reply to you, Destiny, and then you kind of see me go rigid and kind of squeeze your arm. And then I go, we need to hurry to the front of the group. And I'm walking faster and pulling you along with me.
What's wrong, Eleanor?
It's not going to be ideal.
What's not going to be ideal? What is wrong? What did you see?
I feel like, and I kind of lean close and whisper to you, he's not alone.
Does we need to go. We need to run. Go. Come on.
Okay, all right.
And I run to catch up to Jackie, Jonathan, and Roscoe.
I'm running with you. Jackie.
Yes.
And I like come up beside you and I cup my hands like this and whisper in your ear, he's not alone.
Okay. I would like to roll to see if I can sense anything or anyone or see anyone.
Wits awareness or wit streetwise? Pick one.
I would like to do instincts on that.
Go ahead. You can use your instinct.
Once we get up to the rest of the group, Destiny's going to text Lamar, probably from a number that he doesn't recognize because he probably didn't.
He didn't get your new
save
number
her
because he
number.
wasn't there when you gave out your new number.
He was there. Oh no, he wasn't there.
He hadn't
Yeah,
arrived
so
yet.
Lamar's going to get a text from a number that he doesn't recognize. He's not alone.
Lamar's gonna take out his phone while he tries to keep up that lead on their old friend. Doesn't recognize the number, but okay. He's gonna pick up his pace.
I got 4 on my wits awareness
You
check.
don't see anything odd in the street, other than now that Jonathan had told you about the 2 dogs. You do catch a further glimpse of them down the road, almost where they would be the last part of the alley they can peek out of before they have to cut through the alley to get to the building that's going to be the club. Other than that, all you see is the mass of bodies on a Friday night, heading to bars, to the clubs, to whatever they're doing, normal group of drug dealers on your street. How you think you saw at least 2 women hooking?
Okay.
It's not a nice neighborhood, but you
Okay.
don't see anything else.
Okay.
And would
And I
I
say,
notice that
I don't see anything unusual out here. I think it might be inside.
And yes, Roscoe,
would I notice, that I saw that Lamar had picked up the pace because the trail is moving quicker now?
no, the trail is a constant.
Okay,
It's showing
constant.
from the way the illuminated trail of the prey works is when you cast the spell from wherever you are, you start seeing a glowing line that traces where somebody has been that night. As he's walking, you're following the trail that he's been on, which means you're following right the direction he's going.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But you're able to sense one that wasn't cast by you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I guess we'll keep going.
Yours is normally like a goldish color, by the way, and this one is a bluish color, which is different. But
Right.
you're used to seeing different.
I said, whatever you're seeing, Roscoe, I said, are you able to do that?
Yes, I can.
You might want to once we get there. Just in case he decides to jet.
Okay.
It takes time, and you know this. You'll have to read up on your ability, but it takes about 15 minutes to enact. But
Hopefully he'll be tied up that long.
so, Lamar, you reach the building, and as you get to the building, it looks the same as always.
I will head inside. I'll open the door, head inside, close the door behind me.
Okay.
And then I will move off to I'll quickly move off to like a side of the room where I can actually see the door and maybe see if someone tries to come in.
You hear a
But I
noise.
will also try to hide.
You almost think it sounds like chains rattling from the basement.
Okay. I will then position myself to where I can see if anyone's coming up from the basement.
So you position yourself. Now, it doesn't take long. The rest of the coterie is following. And as you're waiting, you distinctly hear a woman's voice. Help! Help! Coming from the basement.
Oh, how sad. I'm still going to wait. I'm not rushing down into an enclosed space.
And as you wait,
That's a Humanity 5 for you.
and you wait, and then you hear a window break on the second floor.
Okay. semi-enclosed space number 2. I am still on the bottom floor, so I am going to. I'm going to remain. I'm going to remain on that floor and try to get an eyes on both the area where someone might come down from the second floor or come up from the basement.
Well, the stairway is all one.
Location.
It's all one stair.
yeah.
Both of them go up and down. It's one giant stairway through it. Because this was more of a, not even an office building, really, it was more of a storage/warehouse, according to Jonathan. So they only had one stairway right through the main building. But as you wait and watch it, the rest of the courier approaches the building. Now, as you approach the building, you've seen the front of this before. It's not hard to notice on the second floor. One of the windows has been busted out, completely gone.
Is it that way earlier? I don't recall
No,
that.
that's new.
Lamar will he'll check his gun his gun's already checked, so he'll come off the safety and then crouch and he's gonna wait for the first unfortunate fool that is not from his coterie to try to enter this building.
Now, as you're watching both the front door and the upper window, because you're trying to keep an eye on, or the front door and the stairwell, you're trying to keep an eye on both. The coterie is out front of the building. As you're doing this, Destiny, suddenly you feel a cold nose poke you in the hand.
How large of a nose?
Pretty big, because when you look down, there's a rather large, mangy-looking dog sitting there, kind of poking your hand with a nose.
Hello? And I'll scratch its ears.
And
does anybody have any idea whose dog this is and whether it's someone dangerous or not?
One of the two that I saw previously.
yes,
I look at Roscoe and say, start your ritual.
Okay.
And I look at the dog.
there's only one. You don't see the other one. But it's a pretty big boy.
Mm-hmm. I think he went in up there. Our guy's inside.
And in front of you, you see this dog start to shift and change size and shape. And there's a rather, I say scruffy, but Jackie was kind of liked him.
Mm-hmm.
Hair done black, kind of long, but done in more of a pompadour style. And wearing a leather padded vest. And I'm going to post a picture because somebody here missed him last time.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to let her see him so that she can see who appears standing there. And he looks right at Destiny. You smell like sewer, girl.
Well, you look like ass.
She got a mouth on her, doesn't
Yes,
she?
she does. She does.
I assume this is
Dread.
My
group.
No, this is the one I heard about
yeah.
through the grapevine. The Torador raised nos.
Mm-hmm.
She looks like one.
Like what?
You decide. You look like one of the two. It's up to you. Don't
Well,
worry,
I'm pretty
Nitro's
sure I'm
around.
pretty damn beautiful, so I look like a Toreador.
Still smell like sewer.
Dread.
He's in there. I saw him go in.
Did he go in flight?
No, he threw a rock, knocked out the upper window,
Oh, he went in
and
low.
slipped around the back.
Okay.
I didn't think there's a door back there, but Nadine's checking it out.
Okay. Good.
Nitro, don't call her Nadine. She won't like that.
While he's telling her this, Jackie's texting it to Lamar.
Okay. This is where we are going to go to break because with what's about to happen, it's going to take a little while and we can't really break that.
Yeah.
So we will take a break now. And then when we come back, we're going to have the epic showdown. But he's got a friend in the building.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't say whether the friend was friendly or not to him. And we will find that out, won't we? So enjoy the break and we will see you in 10 minutes.
Splinters of my soul cut through your skin and burrow within, and burrow within. Splinters of my soul cut through your skin and burrow within, and burrow within. Splinters of my soul cut through your skin and burrow within, and burrow within. I've always been the hunter, nothing on my tail. But there was something in you I knew could make that change. To capture a predator, you can't remain a prey. You have to become an equal in every way. So look in the mirror and tell me, who do you see? Is it still you, or is it me? Become the beast, we don't have to hide. Do I terrify you, or do you feel alive? Do you feel the hunger? Does it howl inside? Does it terrify you, or do you feel alive? Splinters of my soul cut through your skin and burrow within, and burrow within. Splinters of my soul cut through your skin and burrow within, and burrow within. So embrace the darkness, and I will help you see that you can be limitless and fearless if you follow me. We are the lions in the world of lions. We are the predators, the hunters, the hunters, the hunters. Become the beast, we don't have to hide. Do I terrify you, or do you feel alive? Do you feel the hunger? Does it howl inside? Does it terrify you, or do you feel alive? Splinters of my soul cut through your skin and burrow within, and burrow within. your skin and burrow within, and burrow within. Splinters of my soul cut through your skin and burrow within, and burrow within. Splinters of my soul cut through your skin to burrow within, to burrow within. Do you feel the hunger? Does it howl inside? Does it terrify you? Or do you feel alive? Allow me to introduce myself, though I fear you've heard my name, and that you've heard the story of Countess Bathory. History is told by the victors, heroic warriors, and mad kings. Will you hear my story from the lips of Bathory? They call me blood-sucking demon, queen of hell, sadistic killer, a monster tale, bathing in the blood of virgins, beautiful, drinking the blood of virgins, the blood countess. Who is she really? Who is she really? Blood countess. Who is she really? Je blood Bathory. I was very wealthy and powerful, a widow with political rivals keen to destroy me and take my property. My plea was never offered, all my confessors were all tortured, or how they destroyed me for my property. They put me up, shut me up, shut me up, put me up, put me up, shut me up, shut me up, and told a story of a bitch called Bathory, blood-sucking demon, queen of hell, sadistic killer, a monster tale, bathing in the blood of virgins, beautiful, drinking the blood of virgins, youthful, the blood countess. Who is she really? Who is she really? Blood countess. Who is she really? Je blood Bathory.
welcome back. Before the break, they had managed to lure their little friend into this building, though Eleanor had a nice little premonition about he's not alone. And Lamar is in there waiting, so Lamar can show him what plan I'll fuck you up can do. And there happens to now be an Archon outside the building with him by the name of Dread, and this is where we pick up.
Jackie's texting what Dred's telling her about him going in around the back and that the window on the second floor was a diversion. And she doesn't expect a response. She just wants to advise Lamar. And then she looks at Dred and say, we have reason to believe he's not alone.
Okay.
Just a heads up.
I'm not alone either.
I know. Neither are we.
I don't have Sally with me, but I don't need Sally. And he reaches up and he runs a finger like this. And as he's running a finger, you see it's turned into just a large claw that he's using and just scraping down his face.
Good.
Now for Lamar, you're standing there watching the door and you're watching the basement and you get the text that tells you he may have slipped in the back window.
Lamar closes up his phone, reaches into another pocket, takes out the vial, uncorks it, and downs it.
Down a vial of something.
And he'll cast the vial aside and then turn and begin climbing the wall like a spider. And from there, he will climb up to the ceiling out of the sight of anyone who first walks in or comes down those stairs, so that he has a better vantage point on the first on their little friend as soon as he can.
From your new vantage point up on the ceiling. Gives you a different perspective. Something you didn't notice behind you after you'd climbed the wall. There was a rat moving completely silently, not a single noise, that had managed to get within about 5 feet of you. Now that you're on the ceiling, you're looking down at it on the floor. It's a big rat. I mean, it's a big rat, and it's looking at you as you're hanging from the ceiling.
I give it the finger, and then I begin crawling towards the stairway so I can follow the ceiling, possibly up in that direction.
As you move away from the rat, the damnedest thing happens. You've never seen this before. This rat suddenly leaps, and when it leaps, it doesn't leap a foot or two. It covers about 15 feet, coming straight at you. Okay. You can roll, it's up to you. You're going to dodge, or you're going to go Dex Brawl, or you're going to go Dex Athletics. Up to you.
You know what? I will go Dex Brawl. Where did you go, Vance Grant? There you are. But I'd like to surge.
Okay. You activate the power of your blood to do a blood surge to go with it.
Yes. Now, do I have to rouse first and then surge, or does
I believe when you hit surge, it'll automatically do the rouse with it.
Where is surge?
Blood surge at the bottom of your character sheet.
Oh. Okay.
If it doesn't, hit rouse after you've hit surge.
Okay, so it didn't automatically do it, so I'll do rouse.
So just hit rouse. And you get hungrier.
Yes.
And there's a voice in your head. It's a voice you know well. It's a very old voice of what you originally assumed was a priest. I had high hopes for you, but my son, it's obvious my faith was misplaced. You're going to be killed by a rat. Fitting, a rat killed me.
Yeah, not tonight.
I will let you roll your Dex Brawl, since you're planning to try to take this rat on. Two successes. You've never seen a rat move this quick. there's something not right, as a matter of fact, about this rat. Because when it bites you, it hurts a lot more than it should. It does the margin. It had 6 successes. It does 4 damage plus 2. So it does 3 superficial because it's halved.
Okay. Does that also... Actually, I want to verify one other thing. Actually, I think that just the fortitude I have just adds to his
To your health
track,
bite.
so that's okay. So I take 3 superficial.
Mm-hmm. From a rat. Now, when you do this, do you make any noise after it bites the hell out of you?
I try not to.
Okay. Now, the rest of the coterie don't hear a thing, don't know what Lamar's in the middle of fighting with this rat. But as Lamar's... Go ahead.
I was about to say, I'm assuming once we finish up with Dredd, we're going to move in to back him up. Because the guy snuck in around the back.
You start approaching the building with Dredd in the lead.
Mm-hmm.
Now, for you in the building, Lamar, they haven't come through yet. You've dealt with the first round of this rat. Now, as you're dealing with it, you do see the guy come around the corner from down the hall, but right by the stairway, but not the stairway itself. And as he steps in, he's just grinning as you're clung to the ceiling wrestling with this rat. Who would teach Bruja how to climb a wall? Interesting.
Is the rat also clinging to the ceiling?
No, it's clinging to you at the moment.
Oh, okay.
It's biting and chewing and really hurting you for a rat.
Okay.
These teeth are just tearing. I mean, 3 superficial is a lot of damage from a rat.
Yeah.
And this guy's just watching at the moment. Now, the coterie will not be part of this fight this turn because you're going to be coming in the building. I'll get Lamar's actions. We know what the rat's doing. I know what the other guy's doing. So, Lamar, what is your goal this turn?
To get the rat away from me, so it's not biting any further.
So it's going to be grapple to throw it, essentially?
Yes.
Grab and throw? Okay. You can go ahead and roll that. I will roll for the rat, and then we're going to deal with what happens with the guy, because there's a plan for him at the moment that you're going to find out. And it's going to be that. Ooh. Hey, Steve Perry has not cursed my dice tonight. Now, so you know, don't increase your hunger again. Okay. One rule that I do different, I'll pull that hunger off. One rule I do different for blood surges is, unlike the book, I do not make it every round. A blood surge lasts for a scene because personally, the V5 change to make you have to rouse every turn for blood surge, I don't feel...
That's a timer.
No, I think from my point of view, it makes a blood surge useless, actually, in a lot of ways.
I see what you're saying, yes.
So yeah, you keep your blood surge the rest of the scene. You've already gotten hungrier, so go ahead.
Wait, turn it. Hit the wrong button.
Now, for those wondering, due to what's been done to this rat, he's got 3 dice in strength. Three, not bad. I had 7 with a crit.
Shit.
Okay.
So that's 4 plus 2, 6, 3 more superficial.
Yeah.
From the rat. This rat tears into you, but I will say you managed to throw him away. He tears into you, but because you're leveraged to the ceiling and he has to rely on holding on to you to stay with you, you take this damage in the process of tossing him down the hall. Okay? Now, while this is happening, you see your friend down the hall grow his claws. I got to roll his rouse check for that. He doesn't get to do that automatically. Let me roll my rouse. Interesting. He grows his claws. And as he starts to move like he's going to go towards you, a shadow bowls into him from the room he just came from. Now, from what you can tell, this appears to be a woman. And I will show you a picture so you can see who this is, because there she is here. Now, in the combat, I'm not going to go full description. We'll describe her afterwards. But this is the woman you see that appears to be dealing with him. And she comes in and just like slams into him. Just as a mass of... She's not using claws. She smacks him with a big old bat in her hand.
Ooh.
I'll roll his. Against it, I'm rolling. I get to roll a bunch of dice this time. And she hits him, but it doesn't... I mean, she slams into him and knocks him off balance after he grew his claws, but it doesn't seem to faze him much. He just whirls to stare at her as he gets into a crouch, as if he's waiting for her to make another move with this bat. And at this point, the door opens to the building. And in steps a man you've heard described to you by Jackie, but you've never met him before. But he's a rather large guy with biker leathers, you know, padded jacket.
Yeah.
And the coterie behind it. Now, everyone's actions, please. Now, the rat, by the way, is between the coterie and you. So the rat is basically in the between you and the door. So the rat is now closer technically to the rest of the coterie than it is Lamar. And it's a big rat.
Well, Lamar is going to, so he can see both the guy and the rat. He's going to try to Arms of Araman and hold them both in place.
Okay, now if you use both, you're going to have to split the rolls. So it's up to you which one you want to hold in place more.
Okay.
But you can make that decision. Oh, stop hitting my mic. You can make that decision after the rest of the coterie decides what they're doing. Think about how you want to do it. Because you can do one of the two. Or you can split your dice, but it's Wits Oblivion. And if you split it, you know, and you add half your potence rating. Rounding up. So you will add 2 dice, or 1 die, to your, for the damage, when it does damage. So it's Wits Oblivion. Yep. So what is the rest of the coterie doing? Jackie?
Don't ask me, I don't know.
Okay. Roscoe?
Jackie's not a fighter.
You can cheer Dredd on. Get in there, Dredd. Get into that shit.
His ass, see that ass?
Roscoe, you got any plans, or are you going to wait and hold back some? Because you all have the biggest rat you've ever seen.
Is it bigger than the one that Destiny saw before?
Yes.
Destiny's going to be looking at the rat to see if it looks like it's still a rat, or if there's like extra intelligence behind its eyes.
Okay.
Just basically like trying to look at the rat. It's
not any normal rat you've seen. It's actually fangs are a bit larger, or its front teeth are longer than they should be. It's quite a bit in size. It looks more muscular than rats are supposed to be on top of that. And it's definitely got a shrewd malevolence in its eyes that it's thinking. You can see the wheels turn.
Destiny pulls out her knife.
Okay, Destiny arms herself.
It's a big hunting knife.
Jonathan?
I'm going to pull my pistol out as soon as I walk in.
Okay, you're gonna shoot?
I will, at that rat? Sure.
Okay, you can shoot. It doesn't take but a second to pull a gun. That's not a hard thing to do. Destiny can either try to wait or attack the rat, or wait. If the rat comes at her, she can defend herself with her knife. That way she can, it's up to her whether she wants to rush
She
forward.
would only defend herself against the rat. She's not going to attack an animal.
Does Eleanor have a plan?
Eleanor is not a fighter. This is a very scary situation for her. But so she's going to hang back, but she does want to sense unseen.
Okay. And I'll let you roll wits all specs. Roscoe.
About the only thing I could really do to the thing is do cloud memory. But I don't know if that's going to work on a rat.
Oh, that's wrong.
That's an interesting concept. I don't think a cloud memory would help, though.
Probably not. I mean, I don't really have anything else I can do.
Doesn't really work on things that are aggressive towards you.
But you do have other abilities.
Yeah. What other abilities do you have?
There's one you might. This is, for those who don't know, this is Roscoe's very first Tremere. And you have a particular blood sorcery ability.
Oh, the extinguish vitae?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let me see how that works.
It is intelligence blood sorcery versus stamina composure of whoever you target it at.
So who are you going to target?
It increases the hunger by 1. So you can make the one you're fighting hungrier. Mm-hmm.
That'd be good for the guy.
Well, yeah, it wouldn't do no good on a rat that's not a kindred. It says it affects vampires. So you can spend this turn concentrating to do it, and you'll roll intelligence blood sorcery. It'll take effect at the end of the round, and I'll roll composure resolve. And of course, you need to do a rouse check. So let me roll his. So many character sheets. He gets composure resolve, huh? No, stamina composure. Oh. Okay, he's got that many. And yours is going to be intelligence blood sorcery.
Is the guy looking at Jackie?
No, he's busy looking right now at Nitro.
Jackie can't do shit until he looks at her.
Okay, so you're just going to wait to defend yourself and dodge if you have to with your Dex Athletics. Got it. There you go. See, now we know what people are doing. Okay, now, Roscoe, I'll tell you whether it works at the end of the turn.
Okay.
So here how it plays out. Based on what everybody's doing, melee is going to occur and then the shooting, and then whatever comes from there. Okay? Lamar, what were you doing? Your arms ramming who?
The rat.
Okay.
And yes, he's going to hold it in place.
Okay, so you're using arms ram. We're going to do first, we will do Nadine versus Dread, or Nitro versus Dread, because they're just duking it out right there in the hallway.
Nitro versus Dread?
Or sorry, Nitro versus Dread. Nitro versus
the
Sabat. Yep. It didn't roll. Why did it wrong dice? Hang on, let me re-roll that. That sucked. Now, I do like to use the 3 and out, and the 3 and out timer starts now, because now that everybody's involved. Okay. Now, she swings the bat again, and he tries to deal with her, and he manages to duck under the bat as it comes at him, and he rakes these claws across her. She staggers back a little bit as he's ripped into her some. Now, arms arm ram, come up. Roll your wits oblivion.
And rouse.
And then rouse for using it. Yep. Now he gets to roll to resist it.
You take a stain.
You do.
Mm-hmm.
Stain from the rouse check. You've gotten.
No, hang on. It was a 1 or
He got a.
He has to have
a 10.
1 of 10.
A 10 on a rouse check.
That's not a 10. Oh, what did he
You can't
get?
get a 0 on it. You get 1 or 10. I don't know how. Actually, re-roll that. You can't
Be a
have no.
bestial failure or a critical success.
Yeah, but it says. Wait a minute. He said he rolled a 0 on a 10-sided die.
No, that's not what it said.
It's number
It's 0
of
successes. That's just
it's
just
blank.
it's
Okay,
yeah. It's just it's not
It's not a
one
bestial. So
yeah.
no, you don't
so
get a
you
stain.
didn't get a
Yeah,
stain.
okay.
My bad.
So you activate it and use it. I'm going to have him roll against you, but actually I don't think he gets much of one. Let me see. It's a superficial for a grapple. Unfortunately,
He can't do anything against it.
you can't.
The rat can't.
Nope. The first time, as long as he gets some successes on his grapple, he gets it grappled on him. And then to try to break free, he's got to start doing resolve composures
To try to break free.
to break the arms from
So
him.
he took a damage from the arm.
Yeah. Well, no, it's a grapple attempt. He doesn't take
Oh.
damage, but he can't move. To break free, he's got to break free.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Now, if he wants to do damage next turn, he will do damage with strangulation because it's a grapple attack. So this rat is held firm. He can't move as he's grabbed by these smoke tendrils that you all see come basically from around Lamar, and they just creep across the floor and grab this rat and hold it steady. And the rat struggles a bit, but it can't move as this tendril shadow wraps around
And
it.
the rat's between us and the guy, so he probably sees this.
Oh, the guy's busy fighting.
Okay.
The rat is between you and Lamar. Now, Dredd
Where
looks
the
at
hell's
the
the
rat
guy then?
on the far side by the stairs down.
Oh,
Dredd sees what's going on here. He don't care about the rat.
no.
You see Dredd literally jump down the hall
Good.
in one jump with his claws out. So he's closed in to help Nadine or help Nitro. That's his focus, is dogpiling this dude at the end of the hallway. Now, we'll let Jonathan do his shot, and then I'll tell you what, Roscoe, whether your shit worked. You can roll composure and firearms or dex firearms. It's up to you.
Rouse the blood.
And then we will see what happens. I assume you're shooting the rat
Yes.
that can't move?
Can't dodge.
Can't dodge. It is considered now to have one success against whatever he throws at it.
Mm-hmm.
Now,
Double check how you've got your stuff selected.
Yep. You make sure you get, I would select first firearms and then do either composure or dex. It's up to you.
Damn, that's 4 with a crit.
Yes.
No, that's
This
not
is
a crit.
4.
Just 4.
So it does
Nice.
a margin of 3.
Mm-hmm.
Now, this is a, what kind of pistol? 9mm?
Pistol. I mean, I never.
So
Sure.
we'll assume 9mm because that's a good,
Standard.
good standard weapon.
2 damage per hit.
Yeah, plus 2 damage.
Plus 2 damage, yeah.
So right now he's doing 5 damage to this rat with a pistol.
Mm-hmm.
Now, because it's a pistol, it's going to be an aggravated wound to the rat. And because the rat is not kindred, no matter how much fortitude it has,
Still takes aggravated.
fortitude only halves non-aggravated damage.
Yeah, doesn't have aggravated.
So this pistol round slams into the rat. Now, unfortunately, it hurts him good, but it doesn't put the rat down. The rat just took a bullet.
Mm-hmm.
And it doesn't seem like the bullet did what it should have to this rat.
He has beefed that fuck.
And everyone's been watching Roscoe as he's moving his hands a bit and concentrating. And Roscoe, your ability went off, and you're pretty sure it worked, making this Sabat asshole a little hungrier. Unlock his sheet so I can add to it, so I can mark his hunger. Now we're in round 2 of this. To describe what's going on, Nadine or Nitro and Dredd are fighting the Sabat guy. You have Lamar clung to the ceiling with controlling his arms that are holding this rat down. This turn, if the rat can't break free, he takes damage from the arms. You have Roscoe, who just made this Sabat guy hungrier. Destiny with a knife in her hand, Jonathan with a gun. Eleanor and Jackie.
I'm keeping watch just to make sure nothing else comes in like other rats.
Eleanor had a good awareness roll. There's something moving from the stairway behind all of this going on. Something's moving.
Things moving.
What's moving?
Something by the stairway. I can't see what it is.
It's big. Not like huge, but it's not
It's-
rat size. It's
It's
person.
pretty big. Not a rat. It's big. Can you see anything?
Do I see it?
Do you have heightened senses or something like that?
No, I don't.
It's too dark. But it's
Destiny's
moving.
going to heighten her senses so she can try to see what's
You heighten your senses. Now I'm going to let you do this before the combat starts because that's just something you just do. And you sharpen, focus your kindred eyes. And there's a woman coming up the stairs. It's one you've seen before. It's one you saw the other night on his arm.
It's the girl.
Except she doesn't have a blank look this time.
Mm-mm.
What she does have is long,
He embraced her.
kindred fangs.
She's very new. I'm going to take off running at her.
Okay, so you have Jackie pushing down the hall to deal with her. Down at the end of the hallway, you're going to have to go past the rat, which isn't hard. It can't move. Duck under Lamar. Try not to get involved in the Dread Nadine, or Dread, I keep calling her by her real name and she'd get pissed at me. Dread Nitro and Sabat Asshole, slip past them to get to her. So that will take your whole action this turn is to move the hall, to negotiate the hall. Destiny, are you planning to do anything other than defend yourself, or?
Destiny would move up to attempt to put the rat out of its misery while it can't move. So she's going to get up to position herself to
You're going to try to stab it
down into the rat's skull. Like
So
right
what's
at the
gonna
base of the
happen,
neck, sever the
based on
spine.
everyone's turn order, what is going to happen is Jonathan's going to get a chance to shoot at the rat before you can reach it because you're walking over to it. So we're going to have, what is Lamar doing this? You're going to keep your arms going to hold it there.
Maintain hold, yes.
Yep. So what we have, we're going to deal with the Dread Nitro Sabat guy first. Jonathan's going to get a shot because he's got a gun. Then Destiny's going to be in melee range. And what is Roscoe doing?
I guess I can try to.
Hunger him
Try
up
that.
again?
Yeah.
Okay.
He
So,
has to frenzy eventually.
yep. So Roscoe's going to try to push his hunger up. So that's how it's going to go down. So first I will deal with the Dread / Sabat Asshole. And this is where things get really interesting. Because as anyone who knows the rules of Vampire will understand, is the moment you get multiple combatants, each additional combatant costs the person defending a die. Ooh, that's a nice roll. I got to roll every combatant in it. So the one that they're fighting, he is down one less die. So I will mod him -1 because of how many he's fighting. Ooh. Don't you love it when the storyteller says that?
No,
No.
not really.
Not really.
Not even a little.
Okay, so what ends up happening is you see this guy as Jackie's running down the hallway. This Sabat asshole doesn't even pay attention at first to Dread coming in. He ducks under and tries to get another blow into Nadine, but at the
Nitro.
or Nitro. I know her Nadine's her real name.
I know.
Into Nitro, but at the last minute, she managed to deflect his claws as they came in with the bat. And because he was so focused on dealing with her,
Oh, shit.
he doesn't get to stop Dread as he comes climbing into the fight. And Dread's claws just rake into this guy. Dread beat him by 4 dice. And because they're claws, it's not halved. Wow. Okay.
You getting the vapors?
I'm double
Getting
checking
the
what he
vapors.
has. Okay. And he takes, unfortunately, he does not have something that reduces the damage.
Oh, shit.
So, and because they're a brawl weapon, the way with the revised rules, of course, the way claws are counted, you see this, I mean, Dread's claws just rip into this guy and just tear him wide open. Just start shredding flesh and clothes. It doesn't take him down, but this guy knows he just got touched
Mhm.
in a very unfriendly manner. Jonathan, go ahead and roll for your gunshot. The rat still only has 1 success. And then we're going to have Lamar roll. You can go ahead and Lamar do another, is it 1 scene on your arms armor, or is it each turn? Let's see.
I thought it said a scene, but I'm about to check right now.
1 scene.
Yep.
Or until it's broken. So you don't have to rouse again. You just wits oblivion. And he gets to try to resist you with what little dice he has. Yeah.
Where is Lamar's roll?
Uh,
Oh, there it is.
Ooh.
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 Sit.
Okay.
Damn,
Jonathan has
that's
2
pretty.
successes. Jonathan with 2 successes, that gives you a 1 margin, which means your gun does 3 damage to this rat. So the bullet slams into the rat, and you see another big chunk of the rat go away. And then these arms that have been wrapped around the rat, it's struggling, and as Destiny gets close to it, you see these shadowy tendrils tighten down. And you hear, first you hear a
Bones
crack,
crushing.
then you hear a crunch, and then a squish as this rat is reduced to
Mush.
a pulpy mess.
Heightened senses heightens all
Oh,
of my
No,
senses, right?
It heightens whichever one you wanted. Right now you were using your
She would have
heightened
done
eyes.
hearing and eyes.
Oh, so you heard every little bone crack.
And I would have seen she's gonna like go over to a corner and start retching.
That's very Toreador.
Now,
Happy gift for that.
we have Destiny doing that. Roscoe, roll your attack.
Jackie's
No,
been
no,
was
haven't
Your this whole turn was spent going down the
Oh,
hall
okay.
to her.
I got
So,
you.
yep. So Roscoe can do hers. Or his. Yeah, hers. Go
Hers.
ahead,
Yeah.
Roscoe.
Hang on a sec.
He's a girly man.
Hey,
And I get to roll his stamina composure to resist, huh? That didn't work well last time, did it? And we shall see. Whoa, what was... Somebody bumped a mic. Who knows? Okay, well, that was
Okay.
weird. I'll
That was
edit that. The viewers didn't hear that, but we did.
Mhm.
Yeah, you start using your blood. Now, in your case, as you go to activate your power, you hear your voice in your head. This isn't what we do. This is too visible. This is too... Everyone can see what you're doing. Everyone can see this magic is an abomination. What have you become? You have fallen from what you once were. You should see the sun.
no.
And you feel your blood sorcery go. And after being hit like that, you actually see his head whip towards you. And the look in his eyes, you can tell, is a bit more feral than it was a second ago. You can see the edge as he started to lose his grip on control of his beast at this point. You've seen this look in many a kindred. He's riding an edge at the moment that he's in very bad danger. This here is the 3rd round. This will determine how the fight ends. Because 3 and out is the best way to handle combat in Vampire.
Jackie will be positioning herself directly in front of that woman.
Okay, so you're going to do, and what is your plan?
Mesmerize her.
And what are you going to tell her to do?
I'm going to tell her to attack her sire.
Okay. Now, Lamar, your plan?
The rat is done.
Yeah, the rat is a squished, I guess you could call it a hacky sack rat.
Now he knows the power of the dark side. I'm going to turn the arms on Sabat asshole.
You're going to have them start creeping the hall and grab him. So that'll
Yes.
happen at the very end of the round as they're moving. Roscoe, what are you doing? You going to hit him with some more hunger just to
Yeah, why not?
further the game here? God damn.
Yeah.
Destiny, are you done hurling yet?
Yeah. Like she's probably standing up and trying to compose herself, wiping her mouth.
Yeah, because, by the way, when a kindred throws up, all you puke is a little blood. It's really nasty. It's not a pretty
God
sight.
damn!
Or whatever she'd eaten lately. So she might have just gotten rid of
Let's
the
go
lava cake.
fucking shit up tonight.
Yeah,
She
got
didn't
rid
eat
of
any
some-
lava cake
You haven't
today.
eaten yet tonight, because anything you might have eaten would come up. And what is Destiny planning to do?
Stepping around the corpse of the rat pulp, she would
Now, So
get closer towards the fight, but not into it with her knife out defensively.
They're a mass right now of kind of moving and shaping and swinging. It's not just one hit at a time. You're talking these three are locked in a mass of arms, legs, and feet and claws going every which way as they try to fight. So you're going to try to get close so you're ready to, if you get an opportunity, you can do a little pokey. Got it.
Yep.
Jonathan?
Pew, pew, pew.
You going to shoot into the melee with them all? Now be aware. If you don't roll well
If I
enough,
can get a clear shot, yes.
yeah, if you don't roll well enough, you may hit somebody you don't intend to. But of the ones there, one is a lot more wounded than the rest. And Eleanor?
I'm staying back here, not getting closer to the fight.
Okay.
And observing.
You're keeping, and you're watching to make sure nothing sneaks in the door. Additional. Okay. And Eleanor, as you're watching this door, you do see two. They're dogs, loosely, rushing towards the front door. You're pretty sure if you move to the side, they won't run into you, but they're coming in the building. And the way they're moving, you're not stopping them coming in the building.
Nope, I'm going to move out of the way.
Do you warn anybody?
I shout dogs and move out of the way.
Okay. These are not mangy looking. These are rather healthy prime specimen of dog. So we have
and I
everyone's
shout
actions.
dogs at the top of my lungs, like so everybody can hear that.
So now we have everyone's actions. And once again, this time the Sabbat guy, let me roll some dice here. The Sabbat guy is aware now that he's dealing with dread and not just the bat. You notice he shifts his attention. The bat is secondary to what dread just did to him. But it doesn't help it. He comes in and tries to go one-on-one with dread. But Dredd has done this particular dance many a time, and you can tell he's done it many a time because he effortlessly smacks this guy's claws to the side and just tears into him with claws again, tearing him even more open. Nadine managed to land a blow on his back with this bat, just crack, and you hear the bat actually crack when she hits him that hard.
Oh, it's a wooden bat.
Yeah.
Nice.
Leaving her part of a bat.
Nice.
That's sharp. Okay. Now, Lamar, let me see Roscoe's. Got it. Damn, Roscoe.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
That's 7 with a crit.
It's a crit. That means he gets his hunger increased by 2.
He's going frenzy.
Oops.
He's going frenzy.
And
He gonna die, y'all.
You die, y'all. So is his little
Roscoe
bitch
is up to
child,
3
too.
hunger. So Roscoe, as you get hungrier again this time, we could have dealt with this. Had you said no, you could have dealt with this with nothing. Wouldn't have mattered. It would have been nothing to erase them all. You're not worthy of power. You're not worthy of magic. You're an imitation. And then your beast goes quiet. As everyone sees the all hint of rationality leave this individual's mind after whatever Roscoe you've seen him doing with his hands and murmuring under his breath, whatever he's doing, it has had an effect because this guy has just lost anything that makes him look like he's coherent. You've all seen the beast take over before. You know what it looks like. And this man this man you're facing is under those control. Now, Jonathan, go ahead and, if you want to take a roll of shot, if you miss, it's going to be a problem. Jackie, you can go. Did you
I
roll
already
yours
did roll. I got a 4.
Okay. We'll have her roll against you.
Oh, I will willpower that, though.
Interesting. Okay. That's a pretty interesting. Yeah, that didn't help. Wow.
Yeah.
Steve Perry night. But
Mixed results.
2. As you go to fire the weapon, you almost managed to hit him. But instead you hit this woman that you see jump onto the back of the Sabat guy. This is the one that you saw Jackie facing.
Oh,
And-
so I pulled it off?
Yes.
Okay, good.
She failed
Good.
to resist your mesmerize. So she jumps on the back of her frenzied sire, and Jonathan's bullet slams into her.
Shit.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
It works.
It works.
It works.
Because she's
Good-
going
good
down
job,
anyway.
Johnny.
I just figured I'd throw her at
And
her
then-
sire first.
We got Lamar. Wits Oblivion.
Here we go.
For anyone who doesn't understand the 3-out rule in Vampire, I will explain it. One way to deal with combat is to only fight 3 rounds of the main combat. Because in 90% of all combats you'll play in Vampire, within 3 rounds, you know how it's
Who
going
the
to end.
winner's going to be.
It's not in question. So rather than spend the whole episode doing one combat, D&D, you do 3 rounds, and if you already know the winner, it ends either with their defeat or somebody running or whatever has to happen. But in this case, as you could tell by what came through the door, the final 2 allies joining the fight seal the battle.
Mm-hmm.
Can I willpower that?
Yes, you can, but only 2 of the dice. Because you can't willpower blood dice.
So just roll 2 dice.
It's a rule I prefer to use for all my vampire combats because it's not a game meant for combat. It bogs down 3. Okay. Have him roll. Actually, he doesn't get to roll this turn. That's just you locking him with the things he gets to resist next turn, whether he can break free or not.
Now, question, do the arms also go around the chick on his back?
No, they grab around him
Okay.
through the shadows around him. Now,
I was just curious.
since this was the 3rd round, the combat ends pretty quickly after this. Between 2 wolves, they're not dogs, they're wolves, that join in on the fight, plus Nadine or Nitro and Dread, arms wrapped around them, Jonathan shooting. Roscoe, I've already frenzied this guy. The fight wraps up rather quickly. Once he's frenzied, there's no thought. He immediately tears into the woman that jumped on his back,
That was the goal.
trying to break her off him. And in the process, it leaves him open to
Attack.
what Dread does to him. And unfortunately, before you can deal with her, the 2 wolves are on the 2 of them. And
Tearing him apart.
it goes from you seeing them fighting in a mass with snarling wolves to you start to see these individuals, the Sabat and this young woman, their skin blackens. Then it gets a little darker. Parts break away. For her, she turns into a mauled corpse. Because when a vampire dies, you age to the point of whenever you have died. In her case,
Just recent.
she's very new. She just turns into a corpse and does not fade away. But him, he goes from kindred to bones. And then even the bones decay to the point where there's just bits and pieces of bone and ash on the floor, leaving this coterie with 2 archons.
4
Now,
archons.
well, no. The other 2, after it ends, Dread, Butch, heal.
Oh,
And the wolf settles on its back.
so that's their, yeah. Okay, got you.
If you're called the Wolf Pack,
Mm-hmm. Got wolves with
there is a reason people know you as a wolf pack. Now, Nitro, now that everyone gets a good look at her, she's pale, skinny woman, late teens, early 20s, you'd guess. Blonde hair's cut real short. I mean, real short, like a crew cut, or maybe even a military, male military cut. Her clothes are way oversized. They kind of hang off her. It definitely looks like it was made for somebody other than her.
Jackie walks up to them. She nods in deference and says, "Thank you for your assistance this evening with this problem."
I thought he'd put up a better fight than this. Nitro goes, fuck you. You see what he did to my shirt? She's healed the wound that was given to her because she can. Wasn't aggravated. We'll get you a new shirt. Jesus. Come on, Nitro.
Safe travels to you.
Who is she? He points at the corpse.
His child. He decided to embrace one.
Y'all might want to do something about that corpse.
Taking care of it.
Because...
Cleanup will happen. Don't you worry about
he's
that.
He's not a problem.
No. She is. We'll take care of it.
I mean, you might be able to make a toothpick out of his bones if you really wanted to, but...
Ugh. He's not my type.
Whatever. You sure there's no more of them?
Not that we are aware of.
Lamar's gonna come down from the ceiling and head down to the basement. He's gonna check and see if anybody was left down there, or if that was the person.
There's some chains, manacles on the wall. They're open. It looks like they were hung there
for her to shake and stage.
Okay.
And as you're standing up there, while you're down there, we'll come back to you in a second. Nitro and Dread look at him. I mean, good thing we were here, though. Your boy there with that shadow shit. I'll never get used to that shit. I don't give a damn whose side he's on. Don't trust that shit.
Rule number 1 of our society, don't trust anyone.
Okay. And Nitro looks at him. She got you. She got you.
I trust this. And then I put my pistol up.
If we'd listened to that, my brother wouldn't be, and Dread goes, shut up. And she goes,
I look at her. I'm sorry for your loss.
She eyeballs Dread a minute. Happens. We'll get
Shouldn't
ours.
have.
We'll get ours. Pack always does.
Good.
And Dread goes, I'll let him know we're done here.
Thank you, and do tell him I appreciate the support.
Oh, don't worry. I'm sure when he needs something, he'll be in touch.
Sure. I'm sure. He'll come in and, smoke up my place again.
He looks like, come on, let's go. And the two wolves pad after him as they leave. Now, they both follow Dread, not Nitro.
So they're his.
As they leave the building, leaving the rest of the coder here. Now, Lamar, you go to the basement. Yeah, you see the manacles. They're hanging. It looks like, they're unlatched and they're hanging from a wall. So it's definitely what you heard.
Yeah. See if he's not seeing any, no one else down here. He'll take a moment to mend himself.
You can do a rouse check for each wound you want to heal. Actually, no, sorry. You have blood potency of 2, right?
Can heal 2 superficial.
Two per rouse check. So all you have to do is hit the mend button on Fantasy Grounds, and it will automatically do it. Each time you hit mend, it'll roll 1. Now you're at 4 hunger, but it healed 2 wounds. And as you close the wounds, do it. Do it. Heal the wounds. Let's go. Let's do it. Let me free. You killed me. You have to let me have fun sometimes.
Thinking on that, Lamar will then, he'll head back upstairs. He'll head back upstairs to the others. Thanks for having my back tonight, all of you. I appreciate it.
Of course.
Of course.
We're a coterie. It's what we do.
If you guys are going to stay here for a moment, if you are, I'll be back. I need to handle something.
I want to go upstairs and check the bones, see if they're still glowing.
No, you couldn't see the glow.
No, I'm going to ask Eleanor to join me.
Okay. Now, what is the plan with this body?
I say the body needs to go downstairs and to the Undercity.
My thoughts exactly.
Now, because it was a kindred. There's even torn up like this, there's no blood remaining in the body. Very little blood, because it had only what it had recently drunk. She didn't have much.
Mm-hmm.
So who's going to drag her to the basement while Eleanor and Jacqueline go to check the skeleton?
I will.
Okay, so Jonathan's going to start dragging a body down. Destiny, what are you doing?
She's gonna move herself into a corner and just kind of not be obtrusive to what everybody else is doing.
And watch.
And watch.
Okay, Roscoe, your plan?
And listen.
Are there any ashes left on the floor?
I mean, there's ash until you sweep it. I mean, you kick it with a few times and it won't be even that. It'll go.
I mean, I might have a little envelope in my pocket.
Okay.
Scoop them up.
You're going to grab up some of the ash. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That's interesting. Okay.
But I'm doing something with the body first, though.
Okay, well, we'll get to you as you go down there. Let's deal with Jackie and Eleanor real quick. When you go upstairs, skeleton's not there.
Was there
The bed is.
before?
Yeah, the bed is there, not the skeleton.
Interesting.
You
Very,
think he-
I think, yeah,
Hmm.
interesting. Wonder if it was someone important.
Possibly. It was laid out so
I know.
formally.
I know. Interesting. Something we may never know.
A mystery.
Okay. I just wanted to check to see if it was still here because we would need to dispose of that as well.
Mm-hmm.
So.
And as you go back down, now, there was gunshots in this building from Jonathan's pistol.
Mm-hmm.
But it was in the building in Wicker Park.
And it's in a fairly, I mean, it's not totally remote, but it's kind of the outside skirts of the neighborhood.
It's a kind of a thing where there's gunshot reported and was any injuries reported? No? Okay, well, we'll get to it later.
Yeah.
Because it's Wicker Park.
Mm-hmm.
So, Jonathan, what are you planning to do with his body?
I plan on using a little haste for blood. I want to know exactly what plan this robot asshole was.
Oh, that's actually
That's
very
brilliant.
slick. Very slick.
That's brilliant.
So let's pull that up and we will have you do this. Let's see, Roscoe.
Resolve plus blood
Not
sorcery.
Roscoe.
I will actually rouse my resolve up.
You're going to use your taste for blood sorcery.
And blood walk with it.
So what you do is, well, for the blood walk, you're going to have to use your chalice and everything else. But for the taste of blood, you just get what little blood's left and you take it and touch a little to your tongue to taste it. And it's resolve blood sorcery. And the difficulty is 3. And what this first does is tells you the resonance and intensity of the blood, if it's human, but it's not. If it's vampire, you can get the blood potency relative and likely the generation band. Okay. If you get a critical win, you'll get the generation within 1, and then you'll have to use blood walk to get the rest of the info you want. So first roll your resolve blood sorcery.
Okay, so I don't get hungrier, thank God.
Well, there is no rouse check for taste of blood.
Oh, I wanted to.
Blood walk separate. We'll do that one next.
Oh, okay.
We gotta do one at a time.
I'm just gonna use one. I'm just gonna use etiquette because it's 2. So it's easier, but it will be the same.
Resolve
number.
blood sorcery. Yeah.
Do the
Difficulty is only
sorcery.
3 though, so it's not that bad. And what this taste for blood initially gives him some of the info. It's the when you fill up a silver club and then you do the rest of it, which takes you 5 minutes, you'll get a lot more.
Where is he doing all this?
In the basement, as you saw him drag the body down to the basement.
In secret.
So I'm waiting for him to roll. I'm waiting for him to roll resolve blood
Because
sorcery.
he's sus.
He is sus. Yeah, I know why Destiny's asking. She's like, I want to see what he's doing. Need to send Hyde down there next time.
Can Hyde even come in?
How do you know Hyde's not in her purse?
That's true. I just didn't know. Well, I guess it worked for like bugs and rodents, but because the wolves came in, so larger animals could probably come in.
And she carried
For some
hiding.
reason, it's acting derpy and will
Okay,
not.
well, I will roll for you then, because I can. I can do that. It's going to be Resolve Blood Sorcery. So let's see, Resolve. And then I'll go over here and I'll hit Blood Sorcery. Nope, we're not going to do Blood Sorcery here first. I got to do it the other direction because I forgot. It doesn't let me do it that way. There you go. 2 successes.
Willpower?
You're going to need the willpower, yep. And that'll be your third willpower used.
Yep.
And it lets me willpower, by the way. I don't know why it don't let y'all do it. There you go. There you go. 4 successes.
Ooh.
She has a lower blood potency and a lower generation than you for sure. Now you're going to do a rouse check, which you've already rolled.
Mhm.
And we're going to do your ritual roll, which is intelligence and occult. And I'll roll that since it's being painful to you.
Mhm.
And we will see what you learn with your other one. Now, this is going to take 5 minutes. So everyone notices he goes downstairs.
He's gone for a few minutes.
Right, and he's gone for a few minutes. And let's see. Here we go. Ooh, nice. Successes 3. She is, let me say, I want to make sure I get all the things you learn. Generation, name of the subject, and the subject's sire. The subject's sire.
Don't get the clan?
Just give me a second.
Okay.
Subject sire. His name was Benjamin of Clan Tremere. Her name was Deborah. And she
Interesting.
was 13th generation.
Interesting. I'll need to talk with Roscoe. So,
Now, for everyone else, I know Lamar is planning to go out and hunt. What is the coteries plan? Roscoe dumps the body. It takes him about 5 minutes,
Not
6
Roscoe,
minutes.
Jonathan.
Sorry, Jonathan dumps the body 5-6 minutes. Roscoe's gathered up the dust. Destiny's been watching, wondering why Roscoe's getting an envelope full of dust. And then
It's Tremere shit.
Eleanor and Jackie come back downstairs. If Lamar wants, he can roll his hunting right now. It's a busy night. It's very easy to find targets out there. You can do your Dex brawl if you wish. Because I know your Dex not a strength fighter. While you roll somebody.
One other thing, does this woman wear any rings or anything like that?
She had no jewelry on. She's wearing the same clothes you saw her that night wearing.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm
he
just
took her
gonna
off and
keep
embraced
one of
her.
Pinkies. I'll keep one of her pinkies. Put it in my pocket.
Okay, you steal her pinky. Got it?
That's not creepy at all.
No, not at all.
Totally not sus.
Yep. Let me turn this back on because y'all didn't get to see all those rolls I did for Jonathan because it was set on hiding the rolls. So there we go. Turned on visible rolls again so that people can see what I roll. Now we're back to that mode. You rolled yet, Lamar? Doesn't show you rolling.
Dex plus brawl?
Dex plus brawl, yep. All you need is 2 successes because of the rack plus your upgrades to your domain. And we will see what we get. You did Dex or stamina brawl.
Oh, well, that would be... Wow,
That's good that you get to re-roll it because you had no successes, bud.
Yeah.
Now here's where it's going to get fun because you're going to have to take a frenzy check when you feed.
That's 2 successes. You got it.
Yep. 2 successes. You got it. Now roll your willpower, which is plus 1, or hit the frenzy at the bottom. That's all you have to hit. Frenzy check. It does it automatically. But you have 1 stain. Oh, no, you didn't. That was right. That was a mistake. There you go. 2 successes. Ooh. I've got to look this up, people. I've not had this happen in a long time.
Uh-oh.
Because...
Lamar about to make a scene.
Oh my.
Yeah, this is not good.
He's about to kill somebody.
This is because of frenzy. When you have hunger 4 and you see blood, you end up having a small problem. And the small problem is, well...
You want to eat it all.
You want to eat it all. Yes.
Yeah.
So...
It's like my corn pudding.
Here we go. Nope, that's not the one I need. This could be bad, or it could be good.
How far away did Lamar get, and how far can I hear?
He's going to be out in the city somewhere.
So, like, a couple blocks away?
Yeah, it's not going to be easy for you to hear it now.
So I have no way of alerting everybody else to the scene that Lamar is about to create.
No, you don't. Unfortunately, no.
Lamar.
He's going to have to clean up his own mess.
He's going to get in the way of his future.
19.
I know.
There we go. Frenzy. I was looking for it because I need to make sure of the right chart because there's a bunch of different charts and I want to make sure. There we go. Nope. Taste the blood while hunger 4 or higher. Difficulty is 3. So here is the problem. You drain this individual dry. Or at least you drink them to death. Because you can't resist the feeding. Now, because you hunt, as you've established last episode, only people who do bad things. The Chronicle tenets are never kill an innocent kind. This one is not innocent. It's not what you hunt on. Never torture kind. Respect others and demand respect. Those are the 3 tenets. You have violated no Chronicle tenet.
How about his convictions?
His convictions, never let anyone get in the way of your future? No. Support your coterie? No. Never aid the police? No.
Nope.
Because
no stains.
You kill this individual, you get back 3 hunger.
Doesn't he go to 0 for killing him?
No, only if he could take 4 blood out of the individual. There's still a limit as to how much blood this person has.
Oh.
So he goes down to 1 hunger. And he is killed this individual and has a body to deal with. It's a couple pints low.
Did I catch him in an alley or something?
Yeah.
Okay.
You're an alley cat. You find a drug dealer, pull him back in the alley, act like you're going to buy something, and then buy something else.
He's probably got a gun, right?
Yep.
Take the body, sit him, on the side of the dumpster where you can't see him from the alley. On the far side of the dumpster where you can't see him from the alley. He will slide on before he takes out the guy's gun. He'll slide on his gloves. He'll take out the guy's gun, help him put it under his chin, and fire it.
Okay.
And then he'll leave the body there, and then he will turn and leave the alley through the opposite direction.
Okay. So you leave suicide in the alley. And the rest of the coterie, you have disposed of what you can. Jonathan dumps it. You hear gunshot off in the distance. Don't know what it came from.
We still have to clean up this neighborhood.
And I assume now that you're done from here and done what you could, you're meeting back at the steakhouse to talk over what just happened this night before we end the episode?
Sure.
And I'm going to want to feed sometime very soon. Dude.
Okay. How bad are your hunger?
I'm at 3.
Okay, so we can handle that at the very end.
Okay.
At the very, very end. But the coterie returns, and short time after that, Lamar comes in looking
Refreshed.
a little better. And I will let you have your final scene of the episode.
Lamar, I've heard about the Lasombra powers, but I didn't know they could walk on the ceiling. What was that?
Just some things picked up along the way.
Okay. I'm not going to pry.
I will.
Just things picked up along the way. Like, being able to talk to animals. I'm not that cool, but I dig that you can do it.
You're being condescending, Lamar.
No, I'm actually being genuine.
Doubtful.
I'm hurt. Destiny, come on.
You were hurt earlier, weren't you?
What's this going on here between us?
We're supposed to be a team after all.
We're a team. We just came through the fire together, and all I'm feeling from you, I feel like there's something wrong here, and I don't even know what it is.
You don't know what it is.
I think it's you squished her little friend.
What?
She has a soft spot for animals. That thing was going to try to...
You didn't know that particular rat, did you? I thought that was his buddy, not yours.
No, didn't know that rat deserved to die. It was disgusting.
I fully agree. We're in full agreement there. So, all right.
My problem is where you picked things up.
Oh.
And how you picked things up along the way.
Is that so? I guess I don't understand. I guess I don't understand where the issue's coming from. I mean, we all just met.
She fought in New York, Lamar.
If it weren't for Sabat assholes like you, I probably wouldn't have had to get raised by a Nosferatu.
Oh. Hey, it was war. Everybody did something they didn't like during the war. I'm not going to say I did, because there were just as many people who tried to kill me as I tried to kill, except I was successful. You can be upset with that all you like. I can't stop you. However, there are no Camarilla people that are innocent from doing that. So if you're mad about that, you're going to have to get happy in the same shoes you got mad in. I did what I had to do to survive, and I don't apologize to anyone for that. Also, that was the past. We're working on the future now.
Yeah, the past is forgiven.
So let's let it go.
Past is forgiven, but sure as hell not forgotten.
Oh, I don't expect you to forget. Not at all. I won't forget. So, at least as long as we're agreed on that, we're fine.
Sure. I trust you to have our back. Beyond that, I trust you about as far as I can throw you. And don't know if you've noticed, but I don't really have the biggest of muscles.
Well, your trust I aim to earn. I endeavor to earn, so I will do so.
Isn't that just lovely? Aren't we all just coming together as one big happy family?
Yeah, it's coming together, Johnny. Hey, tell me though, how'd you take care of our problem back at the club, the new club?
Well, the Undercity. Wait.
How long did it take to hit bottom?
No, I'm sure it'll be fine now. I think anyone's going to go searching for it.
Okay.
And if they do, what are they going to do? You might need to talk later.
I mean, I'm not casting any judgment. I'm glad you took care of it. Thank you.
Absolutely.
No, he's not judging. He's just judging.
No, I'm really not.
I think after this, it calls for a drink, and I'll go to the bar. And I will.
The well-stocked bar, as a matter of fact, thanks to yours and Jackie's efforts.
Mm-hmm.
There's lots of liquor
Would
there.
anyone else care to join me?
I'll join you, Jonathan. How about you,
No,
Lamar?
thanks.
Oh, thank you.
I have some business meetings I need to attend to later tonight, so I'm gonna say no. Thanks, though.
And Eleanor, you are struck by one last premonition. It's not a vision, but it's a certainty. There is a war coming. And this wasn't it. and you have to be prepared for when it happens.
Sorry.
Sure.
Nothing. Had the shivers. Something very bad is going to happen. Another war. Or a different kind.
A war? Or
A war.
fight?
A war.
Any idea what kind of war?
No. Do you remember that first vision I had? Jackie, do you remember?
Yes.
That I told you about?
Yes.
With the dog and the wolf?
Mm-hmm.
I think that had to do with it. Ben saw the same thing.
Interesting.
And I just now... It's coming. It's just like all the others. That feeling. The storm on the horizon.
I know
that.
Better keep our eyes open then, everyone.
Kind of hoping this would give us some smooth sailing for a while, but I guess not.
Sorry to be the bearer of bad news.
It's better to know, always.
Agreed.
We're ahead of time.
I want to roll an insight check, just kind of scanning the coterie.
Okay. Go ahead.
Because Jackie's been in this city for 15 years, and it hasn't been as crazy as it's been since she's met these people.
That is true.
Same.
That is true. It's funny how that works. As soon as you get a coterie, everything changes.
Oh, shit. I didn't mean to do +1. You know, maybe we'll arouse. There we go. Okay. I'm going to arouse on it.
Okay.
That's
very interesting how it did that.
Because I accidentally had the +1.
You'll want to de-increase your hunger, though, I think. Or was that a mess up? Because it says the hunger increased to 2.
Yeah, I'll decrease.
Yeah, because you didn't use anything that did, or you did mesmerize, but you didn't get a hunger increase on it. So yeah, it just randomly hungered you because you did a +1 die on a rouse check and it rolled double
rolled
rouse.
2, yeah.
Yep.
That's 7 with a crit.
Damn.
Just want to get a general insight on these people.
Well, you know Eleanor is being very sincere with what she says.
Mm-hmm.
Lamar does not seem surprised.
I look him dead
Not
in
with
the eyes.
7 successes. Sorry, Lamar.
I look him dead in the eyes and say, "What are you hiding?"
I don't understand the question. Why do you think I'm hiding anything?
You're not surprised by this. What are you hiding?
These cycles come and go in every city, everywhere.
I'll roll
Hell.
another insight check.
Go ahead. So it's going to be hard because that's actually 100% the truth.
That is, but I feel like he's dodging the fucking question.
7. Still good.
That's 4.
What he said is 100% the truth.
While that is true, what are you hiding? You're not answering my question.
All right, I had to kill someone tonight.
What does that have to do with a war?
Well, people die in war all the time. But,
Yeah, but-
like I said, these cycles come and go. After what just happened with this guy that we took out, if he doesn't have 20 buddies, or if he doesn't know of another pack that's going to come through here, you saw this. Well, I told you about all the symbols I found in the city. We found one guy.
You said that they were like 2 years old.
2 years is like 5 minutes for us. I mean, as much as I know, everybody except Destiny is a little bit up there on the on the years
I've had over a
spectrum.
century. Don't try to bullshit me, Lamar.
Not bullshitting you. Like I said, 2 years for us is like 5 minutes. We caught one guy tonight. If you think that's the only member of the Sabbat in the Tri-City area
I
that
don't.
we haven't found.
And based on your earlier roles, everything he's saying is actually 100% factual.
I am not the person who can possibly see the future.
I'm not asking you to predict anything. I'm asking what you know.
Well,
You see, I
I've
have
told
spent
you
15 years in this city.
Mhm.
In 15 years, there has been a truce with Lupine. Of
Okay.
course, there's been little skirmishes here and there that you hear about, but nothing major. And now all of a sudden we're getting portents of war. Because your delegation comes into town and everything gets all fucked up.
We are not making any trouble around here. That's the last thing we're trying to do. So I don't understand. I mean, I get it. I'm Lasombra. Suspect the new guy. Sure. But maybe you should look at the Anarchs. Maybe you should look at, I don't know, the Sabbat. There is a whole lot of other stuff in this city that, frankly, I'm not a fucking part of. I'm here with you guys on the ground. I'm here with you guys trying to get this set up. If I was here to start shit, you would know I was here.
I just worry that this is another Portia thing, that you know something you're not telling, and then we're going to be fucked.
But I told y'all about Portia.
Eventually. After we'd already been exposed to her.
You were all way too eager to just go and see and be seen. That's the problem with the Camarilla. You like your little circle jerk group therapy sessions where everybody can see everybody and no one takes into account the idea that, you know, the people who don't want to be seen are still watching you anyway. And he looks around to everyone as he's saying this. Some of y'all don't know how to lead
and
well
yet
enough
y'all
to fuck
want to
alone.
sign up. Funny.
Well, you should see the ship we jumped off of. Meets your fucking nuts. And that's before we get into the body horror, them peeling people like fruit
I'm aware
roll-ups.
of what they do.
Are you, though?
I am, actually. I spent some time in D.C. My sire helped bring down Vitel.
Yeah.
Didn't work so well. He had a little magic trick he pulled.
You spend 20 minutes with a Zemitzi, you don't know him, not the way I do.
I wouldn't want to. I was always educated to avoid them at all costs.
Good job.
Funny thing is, they seem to not like Samiti. Never had a problem with them in NOLA.
Yeah, there's stories behind that I could tell you too, but back to your thing. Why don't we get to the bottom of whatever it is that Eleanor is seeing rather than stand here and
I would just like to
accuse
know
each
what
other.
you know about it, because you seem to know something. But if you are adamant that you're not going to share, so be it. But just
I don't know anything I can tell you.
You are very guarded and you're easy to read.
I am guarded. I gotta be.
And
Oh, but Lamar, we're coterie members now. You don't have to be guarded. You can trust us.
I know. But hey, trust is that we gotta, like I said, we gotta work on that. Working to earn your trust, you gotta work to earn mine. Hey,
Fuck off, Lamar.
But you guys went hell far tonight. I will say that.
And with this coterie, getting into a little bit of a hostility between each other because of Eleanor's visions, which Jackie 100% puts her faith into.
Absolutely.
We will end this episode here. One problem dealt with.
New problems.
New problems coming. But everything Lamar said, when looked at from his point of view.
Absolutely true. But still, he was bullshitting her.
Because based on what Lamar was told by his own Mala, who is not part of the La Sombra delegation. The delegation is playing above the board. And what other Sabbat, who he said are in the tri-state area, are doing is not part of this delegation. And I would like to thank everyone for coming out to watch this episode. The bonus XP last week went to Jackie.
Thank you, everybody.
Yep. So that was a good episode, the last one. This was a good one here. Got some stuff done. And for the viewers out there, please go to our Discord. It's right over here in chat. Vote for who gets the viewer XP. The players love getting a bonus XP, so you want to give it to somebody. You know, somebody needs some XP. Now, if you have more than one person, go ahead and try to vote that. I sometimes give players more than one. For this particular episode, because you completed one of the major story points of this season, you get 3 experience for this session now.
Nice.
Because you have completed part of the story that I'd set aside. I'd expected it to last 2 more episodes than it did. But the way the coterie worked together, came up with a plan, executed the plan, there was no way to continue it. So if you like what we're doing, you can give us a subscribe or a follow here on YouTube or on Twitch. You can give us a subscribe on YouTube. It's free. If you get Amazon Prime, of course, go ahead, do it with Amazon Prime because you get a free subscription every month. Why not? Remember, bits and donations go to the players, not to Real NRI. So if you want to give out bits or donations so that the players can buy coffee, get a drink, or whatever, you can show your appreciation that way. If you want to check out, we got a whole bunch of channels over here of other great shows on there. We've added a new one to our little list of friends, which is Sylvanov.
Mm-hmm.
He runs the game Saturday nights.
Prince William by night.
Prince William by night. And you're going to see somebody, if you watch it, familiar. Plunder.
Way over there.
Is in that particular vampire stream.
Uh-huh.
As is a number of people from our Discord.
Yes.
Sylvanov himself is from our Discord. So it's a good show. You ought to check it out.
If you want to see back content, check out our YouTube. The YouTube listings for all of our recurring streams are now posted in the Twitch chat. Please, please, please go give Ishvel a free subscribe on YouTube because that is our D&D 5e stream. They are trying to get their custom URL there. All it takes is a free subscribe from you guys. At current, when we recorded, they were 7 away.
7? Okay,
7
cool.
away. Yep. 7 away. So please, guys, you don't even have to get notifications about it. Just click the subscribe.
That way we can quit summoning Cthulhu.
Yes. And once they hit that 100, as McStabber Studios and Haunted Chronicles did, once all 3 of us are able to have our custom URLs, we will give away 2 $50 gift cards.
I'm going to make it 3. I'm going to give away 1 gift card during Windy City, 1 gift card during Haunted Chronicles, and 1 gift card during Ishvel.
Okay, perfect. So we're going to do actually 3
so
$50
you have until
gift
they come
cards.
back from break.
Yep.
To do it.
Yep. We will do 3 $50 gift cards to Drive Through RPG. So get that subscribe done for Ishvel. They're only 7 away. Let's push it to that end for them so they can get that. Then you get free money to spend on RPG stuff. So.
I know Haunted Chronicles is on break for the next couple of weeks because they've went on break, but if Ishvel gets there, as soon as they come back from break, we'll do the giveaway on there.
Both of those games will actually be back in January because upcoming the next week we have part of the Haunted Chronicles universe. Tam is running his Darker Waters campaign on Tuesday at 8 p.m.
Naval Adventures.
Yep, Naval Adventures. Cool. It's an interesting game. They lost their ship already. Now they're trying to steal another one. It's like 3 sessions in. They lost their ship.
Somebody
I'm like,
said
wow.
Unleash the Kraken, and Tam said okay, and he did.
And he did, and they lost the ship.
Don't say Unleash the Kraken.
Yeah, never say Unleash the Kraken.
Unless it's the rum.
So that's on Tuesday at 8 p.m.
Rum or dice.
And then Saturday, Tiss is actually running a one-shot of Blades in the Dark. That is going to have myself in it. It's going to have Ivy Raven, who played my Jackie's Childer, Abigail, last week.
It's going to have Plague Winds, who played Garrett.
It's going to have Plague Winds. Yep, he played Garrett in our werewolf stream. And then it's going to have Ebon Blade from Discord, Stuart, who was actually in our special dinner party one-shot.
Yep. So it's going to be that'll be an interesting one. And then coming up in a couple more weeks, we've got a...
I wasn't finished.
Okay, go ahead.
Sunday, we're back at 5 p.m. with Windy City After Dark. And the Saturday one-shot is at the normal Ishbel time of 3 p.m. on Saturday.
Yep, and keep an eye out because on the 26th, there's going to be a Paranoia one-shot at 3 p.m. Eastern on the 26th, which is a Saturday.
And on the 19th...
There is a very good chance on the 19th, there is going to be a Vampire one-shot stream with new players. I'm aiming for people who have not played Vampire before or who have barely gotten a chance to play it. Sorry, Destiny, you don't get to be in that one because you have a reoccurring stream spot.
But why not? I've never really played Vampire. I want to play more.
You're a veteran now.
So
you survived 6 sessions. You're golden.
But I'm going to try to get a one-shot for people who haven't got a chance to play and have been wanting to play it, or someone who's barely got to touch the system at all, because that was an idea of one of our viewers, Mortis. He had suggested it, and I said, you know what?
That's a good idea.
That's a very good idea. So there's like a 95% chance that that's going to happen on the 19th. And then actually coming in January, watch out. Somebody at this table is running another Bluebeard's Bride.
Yeah.
Lots of great content coming.
I'm actually planning to run that on January 2nd on Saturday at 3 p.m. during the Ishbel spot because that's before they return the following Saturday. So I'm planning on announcing that. Actually, I just announced it probably yesterday in our Discord for the casting call. So if you are interested, join our Discord as we have posted and we will repost in chat, not only to vote for who you think needs experience for this game, but to sign up for any one-shots that are in open casting, which we have that in the casting couch.
Be in our Discord, I'm telling you, because that's where we cast all of our shows.
Yep. We pull it
and
from our
where
community.
we share our recipes.
And recipes and all kinds of stuff.
And other weird shit.
Mm-hmm.
And we have our community Discord Zoom chats where we get on Zoom and talk with community members as a way to give people interaction during COVID.
Mm-hmm.
And as Chop says, mental health is no joke. It's a serious subject. We do those Zooms because mental health is no
Attachment is
joke.
important. You know, engaging with others outside of your normal circle really helps.
But check on family, check on friends. We check on Discord members because it's a rough time, especially going into the holidays. You don't know how everyone's doing. Don't assume.
Mm-hmm. And we love our community. Thank you so much for being with us.
If you have mental health issues and you need to talk to somebody. We got a whole Discord of people who don't mind talking, or seek help because nobody can carry it all alone. You can't do it by yourself. So thank you all for coming, and we will see you next week.
Yep.
For episode 7, we have 4 left.
Everybody's still sus.
Totally not me.
Destiny's not
Especially
sus.
Johnny.
Does it?
She's just a sweet little butterfly
Speaking as a
lady.
storyteller, it does not feel like we've already played 6 sessions.
I
No,
know.
it really doesn't.
It really doesn't.
Not at all.
It doesn't.
So, good night, everyone.
Good night, everyone.
Good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody.
everybody.